On today's UV design tips and tricks, we show you how to change your WordPress password. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in this tutorial. Today is Monday Website Development. My name is Carl, co-owner of UV Design Media. And today we're going to show you a common problem I've seen before is logging into WordPress. It's not the logging in part that is an issue, it is the remembering your password issue. We've all been there. You forgot your password. Maybe you cleared your cache and cookies and everything out of your web browser and your password no longer populates. This is obviously not a good thing because my auto populates because I use LastPass, which everyone should look into. We'll talk about that later. Basically just keeps all your passwords in a secure vault so you don't have to worry about it. But anywho, we are going to show you how to reset your password. There's sometimes, yes, there's this lost your password. You just put that in there and you put in your username, email address, and bada bing, bada boom, it should send you an email. Now, if you don't have access to that email, let's say you didn't use like a Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, whatever, you use like a domain-based email, you don't have access to that, you might not get that email. Or maybe if you're a web developer, sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once, did not put in your email address, maybe they put in their email address and just gave you the username and password and you forgot the password, you're never going to get that. So today we're going to show you how easy it is to get that password and reset it. Now this does require that you have access to the database for your server. So I'm not even a VPS, I'm talking about shared hosting, right? So if you have cPanel, an older type of hosting account, you should have access to your database, right? So we're just going to go in here real quick and go find this. You're not going to see this. I have a VPS server that I run, so I'm logging into that way. Probably meaningless for most of you, but if you have access to cPanel, which most of you should, you want to go ahead and do that. You could have a managed WordPress account. I know GoDaddy offers that. Again, that still gives you access to the database. Let's see here. Well, that's fantastic. I did not give myself full credentials for that. So let's change this real quick. In an earlier tutorial, I showed you how to change packages and lists in a server for different cPanel accounts. And that's what I have to do. I must have just set this up as a client one on an earlier tutorial that I did not remember. All right, boom, there we go. Okay, so back to it. So you're inside cPanel, you're inside your hosting account, whatever you have. You're gonna click PHP My Admin and get access to the database. The database is what stores all your information for your WordPress site. To be super honest with you, this is what WordPress looks like without the fancy little dashboard that you see, the clickable buttons. This is what keeps all that information in here, right? So depending on what you have installed on your cPanel, I just have one WordPress. This is the name of my database. This one is irrelevant for this conversation. So you can go ahead and click this plus sign. These are tables. Tables are what makes up a database, and then you have rows that make up tables. So for instance, these are the different tables: comments, links, actions, fields, forms, bunch of different options, posts, terms, user meta, users. We want to go ahead and get users. Click on that and you can see this is one row that makes up this table. So for instance, options, this is basically the general settings inside the WordPress dashboard. These are multiple rows of data that makes up this one table. I showed you this because there's multiple ones, because in my user I only have one because it's just me, right? So back to users. Here's all your data for this one row. We're going to go ahead and click edit. That brings up the entries or the fields that make up that row. The only one we care about is password. It says user_pass. Pretty common knowledge or sense that it stands for password. This is not your password. This is an encrypted version of your password that you can't encrypt to figure out what it is. So in case you forgot your password, you're going to click edit, you're going to click in here, you're going to do whatever you want. Again, I really don't care what this is. Okay, perfect. That's my password. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy that. I'm gonna go ahead and paste that to my notes here. In all honesty, I'm gonna change this once this video is done so no one can log into it. So anyways, you got your password changed. This is what you want. You're gonna go, next step is go to here in this drop down menu. These are all the different types of encryptions. I honestly don't know what all these mean and what they're for, but all I know is anytime you change a password inside the database, you have to choose MD5. I guess I could have done some research to figure out what this MD5 stand for. To be all honest with you, it doesn't matter, right? All right, so that's one thing we're gonna do. The second thing is, why didn't you get the email for your password reset? See where it says user_email? Verify that's an email address that you have access to. So go ahead and update it, right? Make sure it's something that you have access to. I always tell people, use free-based email. Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, whatever. I mean, whatever you have access to that you know you're gonna have access to forever. Don't use sue at whatever.com, sue at bestbuy.com or sue at fixitandpostfilms.com. Don't use a domain-based one because there are instances you might not have access to it for whatever reason. Use something that's never going to go away. So change it to whatever you want, and then leave it as is. And then you're just you are going to go down here to go and click go, and boom, you just change your password. So the user login is UV design. So we're gonna go ahead and go back here, UV design. We're going to go ahead and paste in the new password, and we're going to go ahead and hit login. And boom, now we have it. It says update password, whatever. I'm gonna re-update this again, doesn't matter. So anywho, now you're logged into your WordPress site. You can confirm your user by going here and edit. You can see your emails right there. Again, you can confirm your email's been updated to what you want and everything like that. So these fields are what are inside of here. Now, some of these other fields are going to be in your user meta, right? Like administrator, editor, different types of roles and stuff. But, that's a different conversation for a different time. Today we just wanted to show you how easy it is to change your password if you don't have access to that email address. So again, we make these tutorials every Monday and Wednesday. Monday's website development. Wednesdays are more hosting side, hosting, DNS, servers, cPanel accounts, right? Things that don't actually involve the development of a website. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe if it was helpful. Go ahead and put any comments below of anything that you want to see done with maybe WordPress, Adobe Muse, any other website development, or even any hosting questions you might have. It's always great resources, and I love making videos depending on what you have questions about. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Get up to date with more videos that we put out, and we'll take it. Well, I was gonna say we'll take it easy. How about you take it easy, and we'll see you next time.